Hi, this is Ron McTube. Today on the Hunter Classic we're taking a look at the Community League. I'm doing the Community League Whitehart Island competition. It's for whitetail deer. I've got 300, I've got a snakebite, and I've got my trusty caller. We're on the southern part of Whitehart Island. It's really good for whitetail. We'll have a look at that in a minute. I'm in the tower. Let's go over the Community League details and how it works. Welcome to the EHR Community League, which will be replacing our current weekend competition format. Every Friday, hunt a different animal in the assigned reserve. Animals hunted outside the reserve won't count. You have a full week and 7 attempts to make an entry. The competition is activated and deactivated like usual. For the week that the animal is being hunted, all regular competitions dedicated to that animal will be suspended. And yes, sales will now run for a full week, which is good news. Rewards per league competition will match the weekend competitions they're replacing, so you won't lose that by taking part over the normal competitions. Events will not be affected by the league. All competitions will be single player only except the duck or goose competitions. Every 4 weeks we go to a new reserve, and every 3 reserves is a season. You do not need to participate in every single league competition to qualify for the monthly or season prizes, but there are obvious advantages to throwing your hat in the ring as often as you can. The competition we're doing right now is the Community League Whitehart Island Whitetail Deer, and I can't believe what I've just seen. I'm kind of messing my words up a little bit because I've got a non-typical whitetail, which is a rare occurrence, and I've got one right underneath me. It's not a massive one, but I haven't seen one for quite a while. It's not an ideal shot, but it's quite close. Oh my, it's bounced off. Have we bodied that? We might have bodied that. Didn't expect that. The good thing is I know I hit it, so that's one of the good things of using the bows. If you hit them, they will die even if you make a bad shot. It's not ideal to make a bad shot, and you should take your time. Got the quickening a little bit there. I was concentrating on what I'm reading out, trying to tell you information wise, but that will die. We'll just have to wait a bit. But I was getting some calls from males on the right, 1 or 2 on my right, and I had that call there just a minute ago. And the one I've actually called, I've not seen it come in. That one's come in first. And this is a thing with the Hunter Classic, right? Make sure you check the whole area, and even after you shot an animal, just wait a little bit and scan again, because the big ones tend to be behind the smaller ones that may come in first. It's a classic thing. The big ones just sit there, send the little pawns in first, the smaller ones, and you shoot one of the smaller ones, you're like, yeah, that's quite nice, and then you, in the distance, in the forest, you just see a big massive antler bouncing away, and you're like, I should have waited, I should have checked. So that's a good tip for new players of the Hunter Classic. This is a route I'll kind of take during this hunt all the way to the top of the road. You could just follow that road from the bottom of the reserve. I start at 11 AM and go all the way where you can see I've walked up this sort of road, visit the towers, all those towers along that side, and then I finish where that cursor ends. So let's get back to the competition we're in at the minute for whitetail deer. It started on March the 4th and they run for a week till March the 11th, which is this coming Friday. So you've got quite a long time, 7 attempts, so you ain't got to rush out. You can take your time. That's why I'm going to play it. I'm playing it casual. I'm not going to sweat it. I'm just going to hunt on the southern island of Whitehart. I'm just going to take my time and have some fun roaming around with the Snakebite Bow and the 300. Now, bows are very, very good for the Hunter Classic. They work well, and once you practice with them, they are, I'd actually say they're vital. And the reason I say this is, say you've got a smaller animal coming in or a female, you get good with a bow, you can drop them on the spot, it's literally silent, and if you'd shot it with a gun, you spook everything in the area for quite a good distance, whereas with a bow you can drop one after another once you get good with it. And that's the reason why a lot of people will carry the bow as a secondary item along with a rifle. So like now, I don't know if there's any bigger whitetail in the area, so I'll take this with a bow, hopefully drop it on the spot, and then there might be some more whitetail still coming in which I don't know about or can't see yet, and that's a good tip for new players. So Snakebite Bow is the one I use. There's plenty of different bows. Use whatever you want. A lot of the equipment, it just comes down to personal preference, what you want to use. I just love the Snakebite. It's very powerful, simple to use, and that's why a lot of the community like it. Alright, so here we go. It's only a small one. This is a standard sort of male. You'll see about 110 to 120. You get loads of these. You don't always get monsters, so don't expect seeing 190s and 180s regular. You often get them when you put a lot of time in, or you just get a lucky day and one just walks out of the woods and you're like, whoa, that's a monster. So don't expect massive things all the time in the Hunter Classic. It can be quite a hard game. It's quite a steep learning curve, but that's what makes it fun as well. The effort, it is the best, I think, realistic hunting game there is, period. There's nothing as good as this for realistic hunting on any gaming platform. So he scored 102, put us 289th in the Community League competition. Whoop whoop. One's buzzing, 102. The monster. He's just a start. Like I say, I'm going to play it casual and just enjoy Classic. It's just nice being on here again. I haven't played enough recently. I feel that myself. I've been so busy on Call of Wild doing so many new content things, and I do miss not coming on Classic as much as I used to do. As many of you know, I've made so many videos, guides, everything for Classic, competitions, put a lot of time into it, and I've just been so busy with so many things that I just haven't had the chance to come on Classic, dedicate enough time recently. But that will be changing. I have got new videos coming for Classic and some very special ones soon, so keep an eye out for that. So body, that's not what you want to see, but they will die eventually with an arrow. So Ron's just edited that one. I've just run along to find it. After about 10 minutes of checking, here is the non-typical. So there you go, nice non-typical. These actually count for the competition as well, so if you find a big one, I think my biggest is like 360, something like that. That would do very nicely. That would put us in the top 10. So hopefully we'll find a monster over the next week. That's what I'm going to be looking for. This one is 129. So that's sort of like a reasonable average sort of whitetail what you normally get. So it's nothing, that's not going to put us anywhere in a competition, but it's a non-typical, a rare occurrence, and rares in the Hunter Classic are proper rare. So I'm glad to get that. That can actually go in my other lodge. I've got quite a few non-typicals in that trophy lodge, so we'll add him to that one, I think, and start filling it up. If you want me to hunt anything in the Hunter Classic or the Hunter Call of Wild, or if you want any guides, drop it in the comments and I'll try and make that happen. As I always say in my videos, I ask people to comment what you want to see and what you want me to make, and then basically I take the most common theme and then I go out and make it. So if it's a guide, or whether you want to see me hunt certain species or use a certain weapon, whether it's the Hunter Classic or the Hunter Call of Wild, that's what I do. Right, let's move on, shall we? We need one of those big monster, either 200s and a normal typical one. I think my biggest normal typical whitetail was 221, I think. I've had about 5 over 200, I think it's 5 or 6 over the years, but I think the biggest was 221 or 223, I can't remember now. It's been a very long time. But non-typicals, I think I've had them up to about 360 on whitetail. So I think basically you're going to need a massive non-typical to win this, because I've seen the leaderboard already and quite a few non-typicals are right up there. I counted, I think, about 20 from like 220 or something up to about 300. So yeah, you're going to need a monster non-typical to actually win this, I think. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Ron gets one. I don't know if we will or not, but we'll give it a good try. Now at the moment, I'm supposed to be hunting whitetail, and I heard an elk bugle, and I thought it might be a nice one, and I hadn't hunted elk for a while, so I thought I'd call him in. He's coming in. He's got quite a nice big rack, but it doesn't look like he's got any tines on the back. If he had 3 tines on the back of that, he's got quite a wide rack. That'd be about a 350, 370, but we've dropped him and he's down. So this will be about a 300, 320, something like that. When they ain't got those tines on the back, it really does affect the score. They can have massive racks, big. I thought I heard another elk, but it was a coyote. I did have a call on the right hand side about 10 minutes ago. It was a group of coyotes, so it must be one of those. Come to see what's going off. But I thought it was another elk. I thought it was a group of them, but no, it was a coyote. So this looks like it's a lone bull. You often get like one lone male bull, elk, or you get groupings. It can be like 3, it can be 5, 6. It just depends. Sometimes you get 2 really big bulls in a group like that, but normally it's like one big lead bull, and sometimes you get like just the rogue one bull walking around like we've just nailed here. So it's been a nice start to the Community League Whiteheart Island Whitetail Deer competition. We're on Southern Whiteheart. I started at 11 AM, remember. We've had a non-typical small male buck. That's the area I was on about. It's got 3 tines there on the rack of elk. It makes a massive difference to the scoring. This will be about 310, yeah, 310, 320 area. If it had those 3 tines, 350 or above. So it makes a big difference. So there's the trophy shot pose. That'll do, I think. So we've been hunting in the Community League Whiteheart Island Whitetail Deer competition. Remember, it runs till March the 11th. You've got plenty of time. 7 attempts, single player. Ron's going to carry on hunting. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's nice to be back on Classic. Please subscribe to my YouTube channels, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.